Rainforest. Here is, I can't even begin to do it better than you did. She named it perfectly. Equator is really the key here, but she named everywhere there were major rainforests, or I should say where they're left, because as Jonathan said, they're going pretty quickly. And here are your major regions of rainforest. This is one of the few biomes where I focus a little bit more on geography, because it is such a touchy subject in environmental science because of the rapid rate of deforestation in a rainforest. So climate in the rainforest, there's heavy, heavy rain all year round, and generally warm temperatures can be found in the rainforest. What do you think this picture is trying to tell you? Sunlight doesn't penetrate all layers of the forest, which categorizes probably one of the reasons for its diverse or variety of species throughout the layers. So because rainforest has the most variety of species in one biome on Earth, I'm going to reference the layers a little bit more detailed and talk about different parts in terms of plants and animals, just like you guys did. So we will start with the emergent layer, which is the top layer. And here, if we're going to talk about general characteristics of plants, what can we say about them? They're very, very tall, okay? The trees can grow up to 200 feet, and it's the top layer of the rainforest. Most sunlit zone, and like they said, mostly birds live there. What's the layer below emergent? Canopy, and below that? Understory. That's the one you're going to probably tend to forget. Emergent and understory, and then the bottom one, which is easy, the forest floor. The canopy is where most species are found on or in the rainforest, and most variety as well. So you're going to have the most diversity in that layer, and that's where you have the most food. What do you think the canopy is going to do to the rest of the forest? Make it darker, okay? So the understory, you're going to have nocturnal animals that come out, and many species will travel back and forth to the canopy. For what reason? Food, because that's where most of the food is found. And then you've got the forest floor, which is dark with few plants and mostly mosses and ferns. And she did a really good job about like explaining animals. Like, I love the explanation of the canopy being connected by vines, and that's how organisms travel from one area to the other, because to stay in that area, think about it. You're going across a forest, and how you have mostly insects in the forest floor and nocturnal animals here, so she did a great job. They did a great job again in saying that the soil is nutrient poor. In the forest, they consider the species nutrient rich. Just think about the look of the forest and all the vibrant colors and everything looks rich. And the reason is, I mean, there's several reasons. Moisture is definitely one. The temperature is another. Decomposition is rapid. So the organisms end up absorbing all these nutrients. If they're not washed away, they take them up faster than they are washed away. So the soil is nutrient rich, but the soil is nutrient poor, but the forest is nutrient rich in species. So the biggest problem is deforestation, as we mentioned, to all the forests, and I said I would elaborate a little bit more here. Why do we cut down forests? The biggest reason is what? Agricultural, to farm. We need to farm to supply food for the world, so we really didn't have a choice. I mean, we thought. The next thing would be logging or wood, you could say. And then you go even further. So this is crop growing, agriculture. Whoops, sorry about that. I don't even know how to get rid of this. Cancel. So you're going to say this is crop, because I haven't covered that chapter. But here it's talking about commercial ranching. So these are farms that were created for people to supply food to like a local community and themselves. That's the biggest reason people cut down forests. Then you've got wood, and then you've got commercial and rangeland or ranching, which is like growing cattle, and then anything else. Here's a picture of deforestation, and obviously the solution to deforestation is reforestation. And at the present rate, the world's remaining tropical rainforest will vanish in 30 years, as you guys mentioned, in our lifetime. And here's a picture in 1950, because you know we said the last 40 years, and look at the rainforest in just that area alone. Like, covered the whole area, and now it covers that little section. And those graphs you could look at a little bit more detailed. I just copied this quote from that website. This is, do I say here, 30 acres per minute? It's estimated the costing world species. Yeah. So, and again, we talked about the rainforest being our oxygen or our lungs, and that's it.